What up, y'all? Stocks Race Daily. Going for day number 3, and just want to talk about what happened in the market today. Here on Yahoo Finance, they said U.S. stock futures jumped after President Trump said he has quote unquote no intention of firing Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. That eased fears clearly on Wall Street that the central bank's independence was not under threat. So, for those that don't know, Donald Trump wants the Federal Reserve chairman to lower interest rates and make it easier to borrow money. And that way, businesses can, start hiring more and start buying more things, spending money on innovation. But it's still, those companies would still use debt, but you know, America runs on debt, so that's what he wants to happen, and it will generate, it'll put more money in people's pockets and stuff like that, even if it's debt and not actual production. And but at the end of the day, that's what's going on, and it's kind of like a war of words. Donald Trump is saying the Fed, Jerome Powell at the Fed is taking too long and he's late, and he's been trying to put pressure on him. But Jerome Powell said he's not gonna quit and he's not gonna step down. The way America runs and other strong economies, the administration or the governing body that controls the money supply, or the price of money, basically the price of borrowing money, that entity is supposed to be separate from whoever is running the country, or whoever is the face of the country. That way, someone just can't come in and take those money controllers out and then add whoever they want and add someone who's corrupt, stuff like that. So futures attached to the Dow Jones Industrial Average leaped up 1.1%, which is a lot for a group of stocks that large, or for an index that large. And while futures attached to the benchmark, which is the S&P 500, which is the 500 best companies in America, they jumped 1.4%. Futures attached to the tech-heavy NASDAQ composite soared 1.6%. All right. So, Trump told reporters from the Oval Office on Tuesday that he, quote unquote, never did intend to remove Jerome Powell, though he reiterated his desire for the Fed chair to reduce interest rates. Quote unquote, I would like to see him be a little more active in terms of his idea to lower interest rates. So you could tell here someone talked to, someone had a talk with Donald Trump, because yesterday he was talking way more reckless than this. So to hear him sounding this diplomatic and docile is, everyone who knows Trump knows he usually goes off. But yeah, that's what he said, and the stock market started to, or the institutions and the hedge funds, they started to feel more confident that there wouldn't be a lot of beefing, basically, internally in the country between the president and the head of the department that is in control of the money, basically. Let's see. So Trump's comments marked a clear softening in the tone toward Powell, offering relief to investors who had feared a growing rift between the two could add to uncertainty in the market already shaken by tariffs. And remember what I said last time, the stock market, or the people who invest in the stock market heavily, they don't like uncertainty. So they want to be able to predict what's going to happen from one day to the next, from one quarter to the next. As recently as Monday, Trump had called the Fed chair a major loser. See, this is how Trump normally talks. He calls that's crazy to have the president of the United States calling the head of the Federal Reserve a major loser. Like, that's just, yeah, only Trump, causing the stocks to tank. Last week, the president said Powell's termination couldn't come fast enough. So he's been trying to fire this guy and calling him a loser, and then now today he's like walking back his statement, saying, "Oh, I never intended to fire him. I just want him to act swiftly and be active." Tuesday also proved to be a beat for Wall Street thanks to new signs. Trade talks between the U.S. and major trading partners might advance, but we haven't heard anything specific. So that's all I want to really talk about. And kind of knowing things like this will kind of let you know what to expect next time. If a president is beefing with the head of the Federal Reserve, just know that next time that it could cause stocks to drop. And then if they stop beefing, then it's most likely going to cause excitement and jubilation and stocks to go up. And when you know that moving forward, you kind of could move, you can maneuver properly and figure out when to buy stocks, when to sell stocks, when to take advantage of knee-jerk reactions. All right. So invest like China. That was it for Stocks Rich Daily, and I'm out. Peace.